See how long the microphone is lasting. Morning, Brad, Jared, Matt, Wiley, how are we? Henry, Bryson, First Degree, Curtis, phone's at 20, oh, fair enough. Indian Metal, Noah Dunningham, Eric, Robert, the pan is back. Not sure if you're talking about Peter or So I've already preheated the forge. Billet's ready to go. Yeah, that's the bottom. That's the bottom one. But I'm poorly prepared because I forgot to charge the microphone. So you guys will have to let me know if the sound suddenly drops out. But we're making a Viking style cross peen today. Oh yeah, you should be able to hear me now, but I don't know how long that's going to last. Come on, camera, focus on the right thing. Jesus. The background ain't that interesting. There we go. All right. So what we're doing is forge welding a set of bars of wrought iron into a billet that we're going to then use to turn into our Viking cross peen. So, how you going, James? Ah, yes. Hey, Wombat, how you going? Hey, Chaz. Viking cross peen hammer. I'm using, that pass was done using Sure Weld from Jared Russell, and now I'm putting some Iron Mountain on the seams because I had some quite wide seams on this piece, so we're gonna Iron Mountain it up. This is all wrought iron, so it doesn't really matter if it's got iron in the mix. And I dropped some scale into my punch lube. Probably shouldn't do that. Just certainly do. So the shape will be similar to this when it's done. Yes, well, it was good timing, Jared. It was good timing. So yeah, that's the desired shape. But right now we're making a wrought iron body, and then I have a piece of 1084. This block of 1084 here for the face, and I have a piece ready to forge out for the cleft weld for the peen as well. Yes, the swoop is only on the top. So so the bottom's actually flat. I just cut this swoop in to make it all look kind of uniform. So you should be able to see that's the overall profile. But I just like the look of having the fullers, the chamfers on it. Yes, Alex was very excited. Hey Dogbone, how you going? So we're just going to weld this billet up. It shouldn't take long because I'm only doing one welding pass. And I don't want to take it down to bar stock. I want to keep it square, so. I'm passing that direction. So this is 3 pounds of wrought iron from Paul. I think it's Paul Orchard. I can't remember. I keep getting Paul Orchard and Paul Pickford mixed up. Paul will have to correct me in the chat. But he was generous enough to send me a big bar of wrought iron that I am now utilizing to make the body of this hammer. And this hammer will be featured on my Twitch channel because I'm going to do some engraving and stuff like that on it. It's all going to get ground up. And then I'm going to do some engraving and inlay on it. And then it'll be available for sale. Yeah, so the pointy bits on top of the eye is kind of a mix of the final grind and the forging. So you punch the eye, forge out the peen. I normally use a top rounding die and a flat bottom die on my press. And then I use that same one to press in that point. And then when I grind it to a peak. You can do the Rune Malt Bertram Nielsen, or now Bertram Craft and Wilderness, I believe. He forges the languets, the top languets very thin. So he narrows them and tries to draw them out as much as possible. Oh, awesome, Wiley. That's going to be great. I was very lucky to have a number of people send me some wrought iron. It's all in bar stock form, though, so I have to be creative with my use. Hey, Trail Dust, you're not that late. We've only done 2 welding passes. Plenty more work to be done. It's a nice cool day today. Yeah, so this wrought came in bar form like this. The one that I'm making the hammer out of right now is this bar stock. Quite thick, relatively narrow, good stuff. I'm really happy with it. The other wrought iron that I got given is in the form of very old wagon tire stuff. This stuff is really gnarly wrought, but it's a little bit wider, a little bit thinner. Wasn't ideal for making hammers out of, so that'll have to wait for some San Mai or something like that. Uh-oh, super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, James. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Chad, how you going? Yeah, cool, Jared. Wrought iron is both amazingly fun to work with and also a giant pain in the butt. Hyacinth, no. Get the... Go on. Get going. Really? We're not having this conversation today. Come on. Shift your feathery butt. Yeah, coarse raw is really nice for San Mai. Not really good for making tools and stuff because it tends to be very frangible. It tends to break up pretty easy. Need to refine it a bit in order to make it usable. All right, let's do one more pass. I've just got the iron mountain sitting in there, and that's filling those gaps left by the re-square a little bit. This will test your welds. I'm just hitting it with a wire brush at the moment to take off the worst of the scale. One more pass, I think. One more. Hey, Ivy, how you going? No such thing as too much ham. If you haven't listened to her episode on the Forgecast, you should. It's a really good one. Hey Debucker, how you going? So once this is all welded together, we're going to have to let it cool a little bit, grind the face, put that 1084 plate in place, get ready for welding. Terrible, Anson, terrible. How dare you have a life? Didn't you know the forge cast takes priority over all things? Hey JT, how you going? Yes, forecast is a must for daily life, indeed. Smoking some salt again. Smoke salt. Yeah, that's true, Wiley. Very true. Okay, so that's the billet welded up. I know it looks like it's got seams and all that kind of stuff in it, but those will disappear later in the forging. So now we can turn the press off for now. And this fluffy butt down there doesn't want to leave me alone. Hyacinth, go on. Go on. I will turn you into fried chicken with this giant block of steel. Come on. Really? Get out of there. Go on. All right. Really? Come here. Hoi. Hey, metal man, how you going? James Ball, how you going? Will you quit freaking out? Right? This is Hyacinth. She's a bitch. She likes to break out. Don't you? Alright, come on. Fly. Of course, she's a flightless chicken. Shop chickens, yes. My shop chickens give no fucks. It's about 19 degrees today. Nice cool day. Next hammer you make will be this style. Nice. Cool. You're doing Aussie-some. Excellent. Thank you very much for the super chat, Metal Dan. Appreciate it. Hey Adam, how you going? Yeah, they actually come to try and come find me in the mornings. Okay, so waiting for that to cool down. While we're waiting for that to cool down, I'm going to take this bar of 1084, 10 mil 1084. I'm going to upset it a little bit and draw a bevel on it, and that's going to be our peen. Fair enough, Joel. Yeah, it's nice and cool today. It's been really humid the last few days because we had a storm roll through, so that really sucked. But yeah, now feeling the benefits of having rain for a number of days. You gonna do a video on that, James? I haven't seen anything from you in a while. Fly, my pretties, fly. How you going, bub? You may. Yeah, no pressure, dude, but you know, thought I'd ask. $31 for you today. Ah, fair enough. 31 sucks. Right. So there are some tack welds on the end of this, and it's obviously rough as hell. It's also not very square, but that doesn't matter. Just going to take a grinding disc, and we're going to remove some material. Caitlin's not in the chat, right? Bit of Iron Mountain on there. Hashtag not sponsored, but I wish I was. Okay. Girl. I just want to tack it so that it stays in its spot. Ugh. You are not helping me. Come on. Gonna do some blind welding. Not recommended. That should do it. Doesn't need to hold very well. Just needs to hold. Knowing my luck, that was when Caitlin showed up. James McMillan, the original creator of Bladesmith and Guinness. Oh, nice. Just no, not really, Jared. I don't spill. Sounds like a plan, James. Yeah, I can't stand editing either. All good, Gordon. Make sure you get some sleep, man. All right, D-Barker, thank you very much, mate. Hey, Caitlin. No one tell her why I'm laughing. Okay, so I want to upset this a little bit, make it a bit wider, a bit thicker, I should say, wider. I'm already wide enough. Do it. Oh, terrible, Wiley. It's all right. You're not under as much expectation here as you are on my Twitch channel. For those of you who don't know, Wiley is one of my Twitch mods. Oh yeah, fair enough, James. Living in a constant dog. Fuck, fair enough. I know that feeling. I really do. Hopefully it gets better, dude. Now we bevel. A little bit more beveling. Hey, metal blueberries, how you going? Well, I am if you want to pay for it. All right, JT, thank you very much, mate. See you later. Thanks for dropping by. I haven't seen Randy here yet. He might be here later. Who knows? He's a busy man. I'm wondering if he got his hammer yet. I could check the tracking info, but too lazy for that shit. Alright. All this blade beveling practice comes in handy making hammers. Who knew? That should do it. Should be able to cut some teeth on that. It's not very thin, but should be fine. Fit for purpose. Hey, Cat. Sam Jones Hammersmith, apparently. All right, cool. Sounds good, James. Oh, I have been on a hammer making rampage of late. I've got these. Those I forged yesterday. And these two I forged a couple of days ago. So you got some Viking cross peen, French cross peen, French cross peen, French cross peen, and then 3 English cutler's hammers. These have yet to be ground. These are ground and heat treated and ready for handling. And many more plans for many more. Apparently I am Hamtown's Bladesmith. God. Surprised no one ever came up with that joke when I was in high school. Not the Bladesmith part, but the Hamtowns bit. Definitely sounds like a high school insult. You all get to look at my messy ass workbench, because apparently I can't organize my shelf for shit. That and that. I could use a leg vise over there, but then you guys wouldn't be able to see what I'm trying to do. So I'm doing this out of consideration for you guys. Aren't I nice? push that over a bit. Alright, there we go. Cut some teeth in it. That'll help hold it while I forge weld it in. Now I'm just going to zip it off with the angle grinder. You guys know what that looks like. Just put on my eye protection. Because Caitlin's watching. Don't melt the friggin' cables. It's not helpful at all. Why are all my thumbs on the floor? Ugh. Cool. That's that. Right. Hey, Dragon Water, how you going? Problem is you discovered the floor is a horizontal. So yeah, me too. Some of the smaller log splitters tend to have automatic returns as well. Organized chaos, yes. Postbox Forge going great. Oh, nice. Fudgeriga. Yeah. He came up with that design literally like 30 minutes after we finished recording. All good, Anson. See you later, mate. Yeah, so the smaller ones will tend to have automatic returns. The larger ones tend not to. Because the automatic return is normally fed by a spring, and so it comes down to how the thing runs. So we've already got flux in there. I'm going to throw this in the forge. Yeah, so it depends on the size of the piston, because basically what happens is in the smaller hydraulic presses is that if you've ever used a bottle jack, you know that little twisty knob that lets the ram drop. So basically that's always open on those machines, and so what happens is that as you press the pedal to make the piston shoot forward, it actually closes that hole off, allows you to press the piston, and then opens the thing the moment you take your foot off the pedal. It opens a valve, and there's a pair of springs that pull on the ram, so that just pulls the ram back. With the larger the larger presses tend not to have that return. When you're looking at cuts one way and then stops at the end and is ready to cut the other way. Oh, that's weird. Never even heard of that one. How you going, Wayne? I'm using both fluxes. So I use the Sure Weld to do the first initial set on the billet, and now I'm using Iron Mountain flux to weld the face onto this hammer. We're welding 1084 onto the face of this wrought iron hammer. Ooh, ow. 240 cable, 1 Makita. That's nasty. I've been really loving my Bosch. I bought the, so I took some advice from some professional angle grinder users, machinists mostly, and fabricators. And anyway, basically they just said any single duty cycle stuff is crap. Anything in the 750 watt range is crap. So basically you need to buy a 1400 watt double duty cycle. So yeah, 1400 watt or higher is better. And yeah, no, heat treating swords in the gas forge is a pain in the butt. So yeah, I bought the 1400 watt Bosch, and the thing's a beast, absolute beast. Although I want to get a 9-inch, like the large 9-inch, for doing stock removal, like you know, grinding, proper grinding, because no 5-inch angle grinder is decent at stock removal, even with a good grinding disc. And I've tried a lot of different grinding discs. All right, we're getting warm a little bit, so I'm gonna throw a little bit more of this Iron Mountain flux on because apparently I use it like it's free. Because it was for me. Sorry, Jared. I do appreciate it. But for laminates and single pass welds, it's amazing. Well, I'm going to definitely run out in less than a month, probably. If you get a 9-inch, you want to get one that has a slow feed clutch. So I already have one. I have a GMC. I have this old GMC. Oh, forgot that was stuck in the vise. That was dumb. Don't mind me just dropping shit everywhere. Luckily the vice jaws had sucked most of the heat out of it. But yeah, I got this old GMC 9-inch, and it's got a slow feed clutch. This is a 1450 watt 9-inch. And I use this primarily for wire wheeling, hence the wire wheel in it. Oh God, what happened to the plug? And apparently it's dead. All right. Nice. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm not surprised. And it was given to me secondhand. Nope. Okay. Bye-bye. Ooh, that water's cold. First time I've had proper cold water in my shop for ages. You guys can see the bald spot on top of my head. Well, my head is mostly bald spot, hence why I went bald. But I've been too lazy to get my hair cut, and I didn't keep up with shaving, so. Turn that off. All right, see you, Matt. I don't know how much the flux costs. Oh, 30 US a bottle. Yeah, right. And then you got the shipping on top of that. Hey, Chris. Outdoor bar actually areas and accessories. Yeah. Hydraulic assisted arbor presses. Yeah, you can use them. They tend to be a little bit more finicky and they're not as easy to manipulate properly, but they are useful in the shop for more than just forging. So you're okay? Nah, I don't want to rebuild it. It was old and crap when I bought it, so How did I get weld spatter in my phone? Oh, you got a mill. Nice. Yeah, the way I go through it, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need it. That was dumb. That was very dumb. Classic Sam, getting distracted. Ah, yeah, fair enough. Good way to get away with having a mill. Oh yeah, it happens. Happens way too often to me. That's not a Kelpie though, funnily enough. It's a Kelpie ripoff. You don't weld into your phone. Yeah, no, I don't normally weld near a phone. I don't even know how I got weld spatter on my phone. We do not have squirrels in Australia, no. Yeah, I just got a new screen protector, so it's got a glass screen protector, so I'm not too worried, but yeah, still. Morning, Alpin, how you doing? Well, I mean, the thing is that the Kelpie has a bolt-together frame and is much better quality than that. That's literally just a piece of sheet metal that's bent like that. Just bent in a U shape and then bolted onto a frame. Very true. Hey Seth, how you going? I don't think it's forge welding flux. I think it's actually like arc welder flux, but I don't remember arc welder spatter. But I don't remember welding. I may have done like a quick tack weld with the phone in my pocket, so that's probably what happened. How are we looking? The advantage of this new postbox forge that I built is that I can put doors on it so that I can hold the heat in better. But it means that I can't see what's going on inside the forge. I think that's ready for its first welding pass. So we're going to be doing some manual power hammer forge welding. There we go. More flux. The applicator tip makes this insanely easy to do, I have to say. Tongs. Put the door on again. Andy. I know that may have been upsetting for some viewers, but actually it's just forge welding. Yeah, no, I know it won't. I thought about putting shore weld in it after I ran out. I'm making a wrought iron body 1084 faced 1084 faced Viking crossbeam. Close up the burn. You can't actually see it. It's one of those really shallow burns. It wasn't actually very hot. It's across there. It stings like hell, but it didn't actually fry my skin, fortunately. So yeah, so I'm currently welding the actual hammer face on, And I oversized the 1084 so that it'll wrap around the sides so that we'll get a nice solid forge weld. And then I'm going to punch the eye, drift it a little bit, draw the peen down, carve a cleft in the peen, and forge weld that in, and that'll make, and then we can finally final drift and do all the shaping and stuff. Cooked human skin is an interesting smell, that's true. Fortunately, it's not cooked, just stings. Yeah, no, I when I cut that wedge off the piece, I still had the original piece still stuck in the vise. So when I went to grab that angle grinder, I leaned on it in the vise. Fortunately, like I said, the vise jaws had sucked a lot of the heat out, but there was enough in there to scald me. Waste of whiskey pouring it over your hand, yeah. Oh yeah, that would have sucked real bad, James. 1084, I used a 10mm piece, so 3/8 of an inch. So yeah, what we're trying to make is a wrought iron and 1084 version of this, which I will then be doing some engraving and inlay on. Drinking it's a double plane. Did it stick? No, it didn't really stick. Hey, Damascus. Very true, Caitlin. I have done both of those things to myself at one point or another. Your Scottish brain. Can you hit steel with wrought iron? You can. Yeah, they are a pretty cool looking hammer. This is my first time doing a wrought iron, but actually, no, it's not my first time, but this is my first time doing a full-size blacksmithing hammer with wrought iron and 1084. My Horimono hammers are wrought iron and 1084. They were my trial runs. Pretty sure that's pretty well welded at this point. Like, I don't think that's going anywhere. So now I can forge. I might actually take a grinder to it and just cut a little bit of the excess off. Maybe. I don't know. Thinking about it. What disc do I have in the grinder already? Nah. Problem is, it's only overhanging on two sides because it slipped. I'm gonna do a Brent Bailey. Need tongs. And if you don't understand what I mean by doing a Brent Bailey, you should watch his videos. I'm not sure that my rubber contact wheel will like this though. Ugh. So I just took the excess off a little bit, made it a little bit more manageable. Now I can flux again. I mean, that weld seam's already disappeared, so I don't need to worry about it too much. Now we'll do some hand hammer work. Wood grain with hard face, indeed. The peen end will get a cleft weld. Hydro explosive precision demolition, nice. Yeah, Brent is amazing. Hot rasp. There's no way I could hot rasp that much material off. You don't like the dead void feel? Yeah, fair enough. You weld a peen in. I have hair back. Yeah, for now, until I cut it all off again. Yeah, so we forged this part earlier in the stream. It's a wedge with teeth, and this is going to be the peen eventually. Actually, it's probably cool enough I can quench it, and I'm just going to grind the scale off a little bit. Not totally necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Trick is not to grind those teeth off that we cut in. A little cleaner means that there's a good chance that I'll get a decent weld out of it, maybe. Just hedging my bets. Mind your P's and Q's. Yeah. Dog's head hammer with a raw from a high carbon face. I have plans to do so. Probably, Wiley. Probably. Is Crawford in the chat? I didn't see him. Ah, I did see Crawford. There you are. No, I do have plans to make a wrought iron body dog's head. I actually want to make a couple. The only reason that I will do wrought iron bodied stuff is if I'm doing engraving and inlay. Basically, that's my rule. Because wrought iron bodied hammers are, well, wrought iron is incredibly hard to get a hold of. It's expensive as hell. And so I wouldn't bother doing it unless I was going to end up with that kind of thing. If I wanted to have differentially etched material, I would make Damascus. Hey, Jeremy, how you going, man? Thank you very much for joining my Patreon crew. One of my newest patrons. How you doing today, Mr. Crawford? Hope you are well. Joining us old patrons, indeed. Make your own nasty wrought iron. Yeah. It's a lot of work to make wrought iron. Feel super old today. You and me both. How should the face be shaped? It depends. Dragon Water, it really does depend. Dog's head only denotes that the weight is all forward of the handle. So basically any form of dog head, well, any form of weight forward hammer is a dog head. Make sure it cracks at every other hit. Yeah. But so my English Cutler's hammers, which have this very specific shape, are a dog head, right? So, but then you can have square-faced dog's heads, you can have round-faced dog's heads, you can have Japanese-style dog's heads that flare towards the face, and then you have Japanese-style dog's heads that taper back towards the eye. I'm not doing better than to ask that question. Hey Aaron, how you going? Yeah, so there is no hard and fast rule for what a dog's head should look like. You have a famous dog's head hammer. It was on YouTube, it's true. You haven't even used yours yet, Adam. You haven't even used it. Apparently Ed's got a hammer in this weekend that he's going to be taking his to. Now you need a bunch of dog's head hammers. Well, you know, yeah, can do if you want. But yeah, I mean, there are that many different styles of, just in the Japanese tradition, there are that many different styles of dog's head hammer that it's impossible to give you a... This one is just for funsies. This one's just to give me an opportunity to do some more hammer engraving and inlay. I like having show-off hammers. This is where I'm heading with my hammer making, is niche hammer making. There are plenty of guys out there who make just as good, if not better, hammers than I do, as far as functionality goes. So I am trying to be quirky and unique and, you know, not like the other girls. I'm using drawing blows, pulling that material back towards me to try and get it to lap over the wrought iron. And I'll be damned if you can't see the bloody transition. Yeah, I'd like you to tell me where the weld seam is. It's funny. So I'm going to make this hammer a little bit oversized to what I normally would, because it's going to get ground completely. I ain't like the other guy. There's another hammer I can go. Yes, there is. And I have plans to make it soon. Yeah, I'm not going to engrave my anvil. It's 58 Rockwell all over. There's no hammer and chisel gravers that would do it. That's cool, Damascus. Coppersmith sound nice. It depends on what you're trying to do, Metal Blueberries. It really does depend. My enamel, am I engraving my teeth? No. I'm not engraving my teeth. I'm not a Viking. They used to file their teeth. Or at least some Nordic traditions had teeth filing as part of their traditions. For what I do, for deep relief engraving and stuff like that, hammer and chisel engraving is the best way to go about it. If you want to do like scroll work and stuff, the pneumatic graving is best. See you later, James. Teeth chiseling, there is. This is true. But they traditionally filed their teeth. So yeah, for what I do, deep relief engraving and inlay and stuff like that, I find hammer and chisel engraving the best. Pneumatic graving's best for like scroll work and leaves and stuff like that. Warhammer on the cards soon. Italian point Warhammer. That'd be cool. The picture of me with no beard or like a small goatee. Yes, back from when I was like 18. Actually, if you go back on my channel to April of 2018. Yeah, 2018. I had a goatee back then, small goatee. Just before my wedding. Yeah, me too, Caitlin. Because Alpin's part of my Warhammer group. So I was like, wait, what Warhammer? What Warhammer? So anyway, and then you obviously have like push graving and stuff. That's just not good. Etching is good. Yeah, I got that eventually, Alpin. Push graving is just not good on harder materials like wrought iron and steel and stuff like that. It's better for copper. And etching is really good if you want to make shallow detail stuff. Right now I'm not welding. I'm upsetting the end a little bit because I created a little bit of lipping. And because this is a 1084 face and it's relatively thin compared to the rest of the hammer, I can't afford to have too little material at the face. I have to be careful to make sure that there's going to be sufficient steel to make a hardenable face. So I'm just working around in circles, making that soft pillow shape that I like on my hammer faces. And that should do it. Oops. Sorry, Hans. Drop your hammer, buddy. You can kind of see the seam in a little bit in a couple of spots, but for the most part, it's pretty much invisible, which I'm very happy with. Work out which way the laminate goes, and now we punch a hole. But before I do that, I've got to change the dies. Because you ain't punching a hole with flat dies, that's for sure. That way. You talking about Joey Vandersteeg? What is what going to burn a hand? Punching a hole. Yeah, I'm not going to punch a hole with my hand. There is an upsetting block on the anvil, but it's down the side of the anvil and it's best used with struck bar, which I wasn't doing. I was, you know, hammering it. Sold your Tau Army. Oh no. Silica crystal is probably not the best, but it will do it. Hey, Apocalypse Forge, how you going? 20 mil thick, 1060. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so this does have an upsetting block. I'll just try and get you over the top of the anvil. There it is, right here. But it's mostly used for striking the top of the of a bar, and because this is on a piece of Rio, it wouldn't upset it at all. So I have to lift and drop aggressively. Got to flip the camera 3 times. All good, Wayne. Hope you put one in there for me, mate. Said Rio. Color range, yeah, probably blue. Probably blue. Which one was that, Apocalypse? We do say Rio, indeed. We Australians like to add either E or O onto things. Why won't you focus, you stupid... Apologies for the shitty camera focus. Apparently I can't get it to focus any better than that. $14 briskets, jeez. Of course I do, Crawford. That's what you do. Ah, yeah, Jim Morrissey, yeah. Cool. How do I say anvil? Anvil. Hot rasp with that attitude. Yeah, no. Not going to hot rasp with any attitude. Yeah, no, it was a good episode. I was a little bit out of it, so, you know, I wasn't as good. Wasn't as talkative as I usually am, which is probably a good thing, because I talk way too much. No, it is not Anvilo. You are correct, or Anvili. Right, let's punch a hole. Gotta figure out how far back I want. Go back there. All the way. And there goes the plug. Punched. It's going to be a particularly long-faced hammer, apparently. And I did get a little bit of DLAM in the eye, but that's okay, because we can forge weld that back when we drift it. Very true, Wiley, very true. I punched the hole upside down, oh no. Cruella to me. I like it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be welding the plug back in, that's for sure. Because the plug is tiny. Because most of the material gets pushed out of the way rather than pushed into the plug. There it is. That's the plug. It came out. No, you can't see it. The other way. That's the plug. America! Fuck yeah. Coming again to save me. Yeah, I've got it stuck in my head now. America. Actually just going to scrub the sides so I can free up those D-lams. This is the fun of working with wrought iron and why you want to punch through the layers rather than across them. Because this would have been much worse if I'd punched across the layers. Hey Byron, how you going? Fuck yeah, smell a giveaway. No, not really. They are indeed French cross beans, indeed. Very slightly crowned, Matt, very slightly. Yeah, I've been practicing different techniques for forging French cross beans. So it actually started with this one, which is all finished up, ready for handling. And this was at a 45mm square stock. It was a little stumpier than I wanted. This is 3 pounds. I like the big peen on it. I like a big peen, but the eye got sucked in during the punching, during the cutting of the shoulder, because I used the flat die to cut that in. So on these two, I actually used a piece of 1/4-inch mild steel bar to cut the eye in, and I got no eye suckage, but I did get a little bit of a cold shut, but that's okay because I can grind that out. But yeah, just slowly dialing in my method, because I do love French cross beans. So I want to make more. And I have way more steel than I need to make a whole bunch more. I have 2 meters of 40mm square stock, so like big peens in a can up there. It's just preference and aesthetic, Kuro. Like, they don't work any different. Hey, Rodney. Hey, Ben Strickland, how you going? Oh, nice, Byron. Good fun. Yeah, the biggest difference is aesthetics. Like, realistically, anyone who tells you that they do anything different is lying. They just look cool. I like the way they look, so I'm going to make them. When are we going for a cheeky pint? Whenever you want, mate. Just send me a message. You know the deal. You have a French pig anvil, you better have a French crossbeam. Yeah, I wish I had a French pig anvil. That'd be nice. One of my favorite styles of anvil, but unfortunately they're almost impossible to get a hold of these days. Especially here in Australia. Thomas J. Janstrom, one of the guys I know, he recently got a hold of one. Lucky bastard. Right, gonna fire up the second forge. Might help if I did hook it up to a gas tank. I just didn't turn the gas tank on. There you go. Woof. Come on. Really? Oh god. I hate when it does that. Come on. There we go. Jesus. It's terrifying when it doesn't ignite and it's just sitting there with a flame in the open door. Right. Hammer time. I'm going to try and forge weld these D-lams shut before I start drifting. Bada bing, bada boom. What D-lams? That does make me inordinately happy when that happens. Right, I can throw a drift in there now. Come on. Go. All right. So now I can clip it off the bar, start using the other forge to start drifting it out. Because the postbox forge isn't great for making hammers. So I'm going to turn that off. Right. Ugh. going to quickly take it to the grinder. Just grinding off the welds. Making it better for drawing out once we get to that point. There we go. Now just got to wait for that forge to get up to heat. No, I've never had a problem grinding hot on a belt, actually, Oppo. And I got that idea from Brent Bailey, who does it all the time. Hey Lauren, how you going? Got to make a top fuller. Why are you nervous about a top fuller? So my anvil is a German pattern, or quasi-German pattern. It's kind of got a little bit of German, a little bit of Swedish ancestry. The key difference is that on a German anvil, the hardy hole is next to the horn, next to the round horn, and on a Swedish anvil, the hardy hole is next to the square horn. So. It's true, Ouroboros, I am married, but, you know, flattery will get you everywhere. Yeah, that's what Bertram does as well. Rune does, Rune makes a lot of his top tooling out of old ball peen hammers. Besides, man, I don't do long distance relationships. Old hammers can be cheap. They can also be incredibly expensive, depending on who's selling them. So yeah, it's good to be back, guys. Glad to have you all here. Thank you guys so much for checking in. Having a break was good. I got a lot done. I was very active. Very productive. Got some awesome new videos already filmed for you. A number of videos, including 2 more how to forges and a hammer making video. Hey, Stray Dog, how you going? No, it was vodka. Yeah, well, you know, like it was more just taking a break from like social media in general, like being online. I did occasionally check in on Instagram, on Facebook and stuff like that at nighttime before I went to bed. But you know, like it was one of those things that I tried to avoid, and just avoiding all of that conflict and all of that responsibility and all of that kind of, you know, all the crap that comes with being an online personality was really nice for a little while. Drunken Hammer sounds like a martial art. Yeah, it probably is. Saludos, Patagonia. Nice. Could you make a cannonball in a hammer? Most cannonballs are cast iron, as Damascus said. Some cannonballs were stone, and some cannonballs were bronze or brass. So, yeah, Facebook is a cesspool. Like, you want to talk about a cesspool list of like social media platforms. Right at the top is Twitter. Twitter is like the worst platform on the internet. Then you've got Facebook. And then after that, I would probably say Instagram, purely because there can be quite a bit of toxicity on some parts of Instagram. I haven't come into it too much, but there is. Yeah, cannonballs aren't really good for... Hey Joe, how you going? Yeah, break is nice. Well, that's true, Lauren, as well. Well, plenty of that. Twitter who? Twit who? What if you ground the cannonball? You could grind the cannonball, but the thing is that cast iron is incredibly brittle. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Lauren. I would hate to think that you think I'm an idiot, although I am. You're getting stickers, cool. I bought a bunch of stickers off Alex's Redbubble yesterday. Anyone you want to guess which ones? He was so damn fast with that, it was hilarious. This is going to go a lot faster than when I'm making them out of 1045 or 4140. I think I punched that eye just a little bit too far back. Oh well. We'll deal. We shall deal. Might actually throw it in the press. Can I? Yeah. That'll work. What do I do? Let's think. I feel like Jimmy Neutron. Blade Blast! Blade Blast? Brain Blast. Oh my god. Me no Englishing good. Dog's head crossbeam, something like that. Yes, Anvils in America is quite an expensive book. Fudgerigar, indeed. Oh yeah, Lauren, I don't try and pretend that I'm something I'm not. Brass face. I would probably make a wrought iron I would probably make a wrought iron body and then drill and tap, and then make a lathe turned brass head that I could just screw on, because that way you could make replaceable brass faces and you wouldn't have to worry about brazing the brass onto the wrought, because you could braze it, like you could do a braze joint, but then you'd have the issue of like the braze breaking or the brass just wearing out to the point that it was useless. Yeah, 4140 is great. I've been really enjoying making hammers out of 1045. All right, so your guys are gonna have to. I am going to try and do this. I wish I had a second person to run the camera for me right now, but what I'm going to do is drive the drift in. I need to flip that around in forge because I need to heat the face up. Because what I want to do is upset the face in the press. Jesus Christ! All right. I'm going to upset the face in the press, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to quench the back end, quench the peen end, drive the drift in, and then run over to the press and use that to upset the face. Or at least that's the theory. See, if I was doing this without trying to film it, it would be fine. It would be easy, but I'm going to try my best. Fisher Price. Yeah. Set the camera to get a shop overview. I could I could. Let me just see if I can get you far enough back. Can you see the press and the anvil at once? How's that? Can I zoom out? I can't zoom in anymore. All right, well, that's gonna have to do. All right, let's move quickly. All right. That worked way better than I thought it would. I'm gonna have to do one more of those, but that worked really good. You can see the hammer has foreshortened a little bit. Still needs a little bit shorter, but I'm really happy with how that worked. Let's do it again. Again. See you, metal man. Yeah, it's as close to a shop overview as I can get you, unfortunately. To the left? Which left? My left or yours? This is my left. So, Towards the press or towards the anvil? Alright. So that much? I'm surprised the mic is lasting this long. Can't have too much battery life left. About a fifth of the battery. Not too bad. We should get it done. Okay, take two. Did delaminate a little bit. That's okay. We'll make it work. We have the technology. Girls, really? Now is not the time. Come here, Jan. Yeah, you're not getting away. There you go. Are you going to move on your own, or am I going to have to carry? All right. Chickens gathered in their masses. Indeed. Hey Gibberon, how you going? Thank you very much for the super sticker, Logan. It's faster to bring it up to heat using coal, but gas is easier. Now I said it. That's it. Hey, Coulter. Alright, we're just gonna chickens in choppers. We will fight for bovine freedom and hold our large heads high. And I'm getting all kinds of burn today. Jeez. Scale burns. Going well, Coulter, going well. So I'm actually going to just throw the all good with Logan. Thank you very much for dropping in, and thank you very much again for the super chat. The pipe is not for anything in specific, it's just something that I got given. Sticking the coals on a Weber. That's right. She's watching you. No one's destroying my chickens. They're my babies. They're a pain in the ass. But they're my babies. Armor for the chicken. I don't do armor work. Although chicken armor sounds adorable. Someone should get David Guyton onto that right now. Chicken armor. Just trying to close up a few of those D-lambs. Make my life a little bit easier. My cat armor. Headbands with arms on it for chickens. Yeah, for sure. Hey, 1000 Hammer, how you going? Going for a Jurassic Park quote. Fair enough. Doo-doo. Yeah, for sure, doggone, absolutely. They are my shop pets. My dog doesn't like coming in here because it's noisy. My chickens don't give a shit. Just come in here and go, yeah, what you doing? Grinding? Nice. Friggin' everything that is a flat surface gets covered in tools. Where did I just put my tongs? I put it down on a flat surface somewhere. There they are. I love these Boko tongs. Such good tongs. Okay, so at this stage, now that I've drifted the eye out a bit, I'm going to change the dies on the press again, and we're going to draw that peen out. Whoops. Stop. Hammer time. Halt, Hamazit. Yeah, I do. I need to make one of those. Do you drink when the hammer drops? Totally. I throw random phrases in various languages into my vocabulary all the time. JT Barrett made Bunny Mama. That's cute. No, it's on the right camera the first time. Ah! That one. It's the problem with having too many cameras in one phone. Sorry, dropped you there for a sec. Getting warm in here now. Chinese kindergarten. Cool. Ni hao ma. Apparently it was good jam. Shit. Smoked crab mac and cheese. See you later, Crawford. Thank you very much for checking in. All right. Preston makes this job pretty easy, I will admit. Help. Priscilla. Someone who was in my Twitch chat recently told me that they'd named Ed Priscilla. I think it was Ed. Eduardo Sol.
It's a good press name.
See you, Coulter. Thank you very much. Prestidigitation. I am not a magician, nor a wizard, nor a sorcerer. Besides, I ran out of spell slots yesterday, and I have yet to have a good long rest. I have not welded in the peen yet. Press digits are bad. Yes, very true. No, I'm just going to flatten out this peen section a little bit, and then I'm going to work it with the hammer, and then we're going to cut the cleft for the peen insert. Glue itself to the guy's apparently. Alrighty, whoops. Drop forged. That is no ordinary rabbit. One, three. 1, 2, 5. 3, my lord. 3 then. I just dropped the hammer. Again. See you later, Madam Blueberries. Thanks for hanging out. And little sharp teeth. They call me Tim. I'm gonna draw it down just a little bit more. Then I'll cut the cleft. I'll probably have to grind a bit off to make it flat. I don't want to spend all this day forging, so I'm gonna cheat. See you later, Damascus. Welcome back, Curtis. Ah! Dropping everything today. Unbite. This is the fun of working with wrought iron. Royale with cheese. Hey, Shopping Central, how you going? It's funny, I get less and less talkative the more tired I get. Maybe I should just go for a run before the forge cast so that I don't talk over Alex all the time. No place to get a big Kahuna burger. It's a shame. I am drinking, I promise. We're already going through well over a liter. Hyacinth, really? Now is the time, old girl. Okay, I'm gonna grind the end off that, and we'll be ready to cut the cleft. Apparently I need a new belt. This one's all wore out. There we go. Ready to cut the cleft. For the cleft weld. Why don't you guys try it? Come here. You're a bad influence on the others. Come on. Puff. Puff it. Come on. All three of you. Go on. Hey Josh, how you going? Oop. Get the semi-flammable stuff out of the way. Got the chisel, got my hammer. That's a right-handed glove. There's the left-handed glove. Really? Damn you. Gonna get eaten. And not by me. Ugh. Now, where did I put that little piece of steel that I carved all of those teeth in? Yeah. Still needs to be a little bit deeper. I already mounted my post vise. I'm just using this one so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Oof. Yeah, I've got my little 3-inch post vise. You do spire a fuller dagger, Jared. You liked my wood doohickey? I don't know what you're talking about. Seen that somewhere before, you reckon? Anyone would think you might be one of my patrons. Do a wood doohickey? I have no idea what a wood doohickey is. Or are you talking to Josh? Debucker. What's a patron? Well, it's a mispronunciation of tequila. There we go. Ready for welding. Yeah, it'll be fine. Tequila. Yeah, it'll be fine, Jared. I have no doubt it will be fine. There was plenty of room behind the piece for flux to get in. And I poured enough in there that there should be enough flux to flow a little bit, even if it is Iron Mountain. Now we just gotta wait. Yeah, I know, Jared, I know. I'm well aware, boyo, I'm well aware. Seed it with the press? Yeah, I could do. I'm gonna do it by hand because I feel like it. See you later, Byron. Troy, see you later, mate. Go. Uh-oh, that wasn't good. Not a good start. Trying to get it properly seated in there. I think it's taken though. Looks good. I have to clip that excess off the outside. Change discs. Probably shouldn't put it there. Sam Force Brooks. That's it. Getting close to the end. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly zip disc the sides off. Cuts much faster when it's hot, funnily enough. You also run the risk of exploding the disc, but you know. Pluses and minuses. Dropping shit everywhere, as usual. You pay attention. You, Adam. Zip disc, yeah. It's old school. Cut off wheel. If we want to be more modern with it. I grew up working with my dad. All of my affectations are old school British. Too broke to pay attention. You're always paying attention, Wayne. And the good news for my Twitch viewers is that this hammer will now be featured on my Twitch channel because I'll be doing a whole bunch of engraving and inlaying on it. Plan is to get it heat treated today. So won't be too long before it's on the channel. Ooh, that was violent. Don't abide violence in this shop. The dude does not abide. Let that melt. That's it, Jared. Wayne pays attention while making 100 things. True. Yeah, I got it rehandled. It works really well, Bob. Still one of my favorites to swing. I keep coming back to it. I switch between this one and my Hans hammer quite a bit, and then obviously my English cutler's hammer gets quite a workout as well. Mostly for blade beveling, because it is unmatched for blade beveling. as several of you have found out after purchasing one from me. Someone recently shared to the Australian Blacksmith page an old video that I used to love watching. I watched over and over again about Albert Craven, one of the last blade forgers in Sheffield. Arthritis, well, that sucks. My wife has osteoarthritis in her spine and her hips, so it's not fun. See you later, Wiley. Hopefully I'll catch you on a Twitch stream soon. Yes, I'm going to heat treat it before engraving, yeah. It is a wrought iron body. Still one or two more forging processes to go through. Gotta just finalize this peen, and then I got to put the curve in the top of the hammer face, the flat face, to create that peak that is so vaunted in Viking crossbeams. That's why I had to shorten the face a little bit, because drawing that, pushing that curve in ends up drawing that face out a little bit further, which kind of counterproductive if it's already a really long face. This is going to be a pretty big hammer. It's going to be 3.5 pounds, maybe, thereabouts. Of course, it'll lose a little weight in the grinding, but not that much. Oops, drop forged. Drop forged again. Get a grip, Samuel. One last welding heat on the peen and it should be done. Just got to close up tiny little gaps. Yes, I am a perfectionist. You probably have, Jared. probably will be able to see it in person. Jared probably will, because it's going to get a bunch of engraving and stuff done on it, so... Don't imagine it's going to leave the house anytime soon. Besides, it's not a commission, so it's just going to hang around until someone purchases it. On the note of purchasing things, someone purchased that Goliath beetle that I made on the Twitch channel. Or someone has expressed interest in purchasing it once it's finished. So, that's good. Nice to know I can still sell stuff. Personal practice piece for now, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I just recently got a new webcam, so the engraving streams are bound to be a lot better quality now. So, yeah, if you're interested in that side of my work, head on over to twitch.tv/SamTownsBladesmith, and hopefully I'll see you there. Should have a couple of streams coming this week, including working on this hammer. I haven't made plans on what I'm actually going to do with this hammer as far as engraving and inlay goes, but it is sure to be Viking themed. Let us put it that way. Alright, so now time to put that curve in the top, and we'll be done. With the forging at least. Still got to be ground. Let's move over to Preston. And switch to the dies. All ready. Jared was asking how I got the peak in the hammer. You're about to find out. Actually, once I've done the curve, I've got to drift it the rest of the way, because the eye is quite small right now. But we'll get there. You shall get there. The same sticker on the back? Yeah, cool. No worries, Curtis. Have fun at your show, mate. Best of luck. Shows can be fun. They can also be a lot of work. All right, Preston. You know the drill, buddy. Attaboy. Chucking shit all over the place. Back in the forge. Swap out the dies. Oops. Oh well, whatever. Oh, fair enough, Josh. That's cool. Live demo, yeah, fair enough. We'll see, Adam. We'll see. I'm sure I'll come up with something. come back over to the handle. This is where I wish I had a rounding hammer. I'm still waiting on Seth to get his shot back in running order so that I can get rounding off him. I don't want to make myself a rounding hammer and then get a rounding hammer from Seth, because then I won't be able to sell the rounding hammer I made for myself because I'll have used it, and I won't want to sell the one that Seth makes me. So I'm in a bit of hammer limbo at the moment when it comes to that kind of thing. I'm just using a nice thick straight peen on this Charming Hollow Forge hammer to get the gist of things. This is turning out to be a really nice hammer. Okay. I'm going to be very happy with this one, I think. Get the big boy hammer out. There it is. Get my 8-pound drift driving hammer. Can learn me a running hammer. Yeah, it's all right. I'll get there. It's all right. I make do without. I'll just wait for Seth's to finally show up when he gets around to it. Busy boy. Putting the helmet down on it. There we go. The altitude. That's it. Loss of some gravity. Yeah, 0.000001. Oh, G. Need to get lower. Yeah, it's a little off center. That's okay. Never seen snow. I don't think out the top line gets snow. Not really. Not necessary. I am classically lazy. I don't do a thing unless I absolutely have to. They do narrow slightly because of the drifting, but not to an appreciable degree, not like Rune does. They're also not sharp when I finish. I grind the point in. I'm lucky. Energy efficient. Exactly. I mean, I say I'm lazy. Here I am sweating, swinging a 8-pound sledge. Just come to Australia, Eric. You'll find out all about warm winters. And it's autumn right now. It's about 20 degrees outside right now. Celsius, that is. Don't know what that is, Fahrenheit. Ow, ow, ow. That was very unfriendly. Final drifting. There you go. Oh, that's warm. It's very warm. There we go. Finished. Finite. Oh, a fin, indeed. So that's a wrought iron bodied 1084 faced Viking style cross peen hammer. Still has yet to be ground. The peaks will be ground in, chamfered, and then it'll be engraved. Well, heat treated, then engraved, and there's probably going to be some precious metal inlay on it. Yeah, the reason you can see the weld on the front is because the wrought iron started to bunch over the 1084, because when I did that upsetting, the 1084 didn't move as much as the wrought, but otherwise it's relatively clean. There's a couple of like weld lines in the wrought on the sides. I'm not worried about it. It'll add character. It's only on that side. The eye doesn't have any D-lams around it, which I'm really happy with. The eye is a little bit crooked, but that's okay, because it won't matter when it comes to being hung. Like when I hang the hammerhead, it'll, anyway, you can almost not see the weld seam on this side except for the oxides, and you basically can't see it on this side. And the ping is completely disappeared into the wrought. There's just no weld seams whatsoever. So yeah, that'll get a bunch of Viking style engraving, inlay, that kind of thing on it for fun. All right, well, bringing you back up to closer to eye level. So thank you to everyone who ended up coming to the end of my stream. Thank you very much for my first stream. It will be a sale piece, yes, once it's done. Correct. I will have a whole bunch of hammers for sale in the next week or so. I've got 7 hammers to finish. I have new videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. I already have 3 filmed and I have more planned. So I have a jeweler's hammer. I have this dagger and this dagger. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you've hit the subscribe button and all that kind of stuff. Yes, we do, Caitlin, we do. I haven't had a chance to plan out how I'm going to do yours because it's a little bit of a strange like thing to inlay. I've been working it over in my head and still haven't figured it out. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to jump inside now and chill, and then I'm going to come back out here, grind that, and all that kind of stuff. I'll be making some Instagram posts and all that fun stuff very soon. Yes. Yeah, I realize that. It's all good. I haven't been in a rush. Drank water, enjoy aircon. Yeah, that's right. Alrighty. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead inside. Thank you all for watching. I am glad to be back. Glad to see you guys all in the chat. I hope to see you guys on Twitch as well. And on my Instagram feed, my Facebook feed, and all that kind of stuff. I will be more active now that I'm back. So... Mortal wombats. Indeed. Make sure you message Adam Wombat if you didn't see them. There you go. Yeah, you did see it. Cool. Alright, guys. Take it easy. Alright, bye-bye.